Hey guys, welcome to Chinese in Motion. I'm Jade. Real-life Chinese is often very different from textbook Chinese, but learning everyday expressions is only part of the story. To truly understand Chinese, we also need to find out how people think, communicate, and interact with each other. Today, I'll take you shopping with me and show you some useful polite expressions and sentence patterns that native speakers use every day. More importantly, we'll explore the ways of thinking and cultural values behind these expressions. Let's get started. When I first walked into a supermarket, the staff member at this booth said, 您好，欢迎光临. The word 您 is the polite form of 你. In some parts of northern China, people use 您 when speaking to older people, superiors, or senior colleagues. However, in a business or service setting, 您 also carries a formal and respectful tone. By saying 您好, the speaker is showing respect and placing the customer in an honored position. It is a standard expression of politeness in the service industry. 欢迎光临 is often translated as welcome to our store. The word 欢迎 means to welcome someone warmly or to show happiness when someone arrives or comes to a place. We can also use this sentence pattern. 欢迎 someone 来到 plus place in many situations to welcome someone when they arrive at a place. For example, 欢迎你来到中国. 欢迎你们来到北京. 光临 is a polite and respectful word for a customer's visit. It literally combines 光, which conveys the idea of honor or grace, and 临, which means to come or to arrive. 光临 is mainly used in business and service settings. When a store says 欢迎光临, it's like politely saying, welcome, we are happy and honored to have you here. Let's continue. A staff member weighed my vegetables and put a price label on them. 哦，好，谢谢啊，好，谢谢。好。I said, 好，谢谢啊。谢谢 means thanks. The particle 啊 can be used at the end of a declarative sentence to add a subtle tone or meaning. Here, it helps draw the listener's attention and makes the expression of thanks sound more natural and friendly. This lady didn't say 不客气 as the textbook might suggest. Instead, she said 慢点啊. 慢点 means slow down or take your time. Similar expressions such as 慢走 are often used when seeing someone off. They are a polite way of telling the other person not to rush and to stay safe on their way. These are not only common expressions in the Chinese service industry, but they are also frequently used in everyday life. They reflect the Chinese cultural value of showing care and concern for others. Again, the particle 啊 makes the sentence sound more natural and friendly, rather than like a stiff reminder. Next, let's look at how to ask for directions politely. I wanted to ask a staff member how to get to the personal care section. 麻烦请问那个日化区在哪儿啊？日化区。I said, 麻烦请问日化区在哪儿啊？麻烦 literally means to cause trouble, inconvenience, or extra effort for someone. When used before a request, it shows consideration for the other person's time and effort, making the request sound more polite. 请问 is a polite phrase used before asking a question or requesting information from someone. Together, 麻烦请问 softens the request and shows respect, similar to saying, excuse me, may I ask? 麻烦请问 plus place plus 在哪儿 is a common and polite sentence pattern used to ask for the location of a place. Let's look at another example. 麻烦请问在哪儿结账？前面。I asked the staff member, 麻烦请问在哪儿结账？结账 means to check out or to pay for your items. 麻烦请问 plus 在哪儿 plus verb. This is a polite way to ask for the location of a place where you can do a certain activity. Next, I was going to a shopping mall and wanted to ask where the bathroom is. 你好，麻烦问一下，洗手间怎么走？ I said, 麻烦问一下，洗手间怎么走？ This time I used 问一下 instead of 请问。The structure verb plus 一下 indicates doing an action briefly or once. It is also commonly used to soften the tone, making a request or suggestion sound more polite. Let's look at this sentence pattern. 麻烦请问 or 麻烦问一下 plus place plus 怎么走。怎么 means how, 走 means to walk or to go. However, in this expression, 怎么走 does not only refer to walking. It is commonly used to ask how to get to a place by any means, whether on foot, by bus, by subway, or by car. So you can use this pattern in many situations. In natural English, this sentence can be translated as, Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the bathroom? When you are shopping, you may sometimes have to deal with very enthusiastic salespeople. Let's look at how we can politely refuse them. By this point, I'd already found the facial cream and face wash I needed, but the salesperson was trying to sell me some eye cream. 眼霜我先不看了，下次吧。
行，
行，谢谢啊。
哎，别客气。
I said, 眼霜我先不看了，下次吧。She replied, 行。I said, 谢谢啊。And she responded, 别客气。Now let's look at this sentence. 眼霜我先不看了。眼霜 means eye cream. One of the first sentence patterns Chinese learners are introduced to is subject plus verb plus object, which is the same as in English. However, in this sentence, when you look at the English translation, 眼霜, eye cream, appears to be the object. So why is it placed at the very beginning of the sentence? Chinese is often described as a topic prominent language, which means that speakers frequently place the topic at the beginning of a sentence. A topic can be known information or the thing the speaker wants to talk about. The rest of the sentence then provides new information or a comment about that topic. Here, 眼霜, eye cream, functions as the topic. It has already been mentioned in our previous conversation. In this sentence, 我先不看了 is the new information being provided. It expresses my attitude towards the topic, 眼霜. The sentence final particle 了 indicates a change or new situation. I was looking at eye cream before, but now I'm no longer interested in it. 下次 means next time. The modal particle 吧 softens the tone, making the refusal sound more polite and less direct. Let's continue. Later, I tried a pair of shoes in a shoe store, but they didn't fit well. 我再看一下，谢谢啊。谢谢。I said, 我再看一下，谢谢啊。再 means to do something again or continue doing something. The full meaning of this sentence is actually, 我再看一下其他店的鞋。I'll go look at shoes in other stores. However, saying it this way would be too direct. Instead, we often leave part of the message unspoken and rely on the listener to understand the implied meaning. I use the structure verb plus 一下. This suggests that the action is brief and makes the tone sound more relaxed and polite. It allows me to avoid saying a direct no, while also give myself a grace way to leave the conversation. You could also say, 我考虑一下，谢谢。考虑 means to think about or to consider. It implies that you want some time to look at other options before making a decision, without stating that intention too directly. Today we learned common Chinese greetings, how to ask for directions politely, and how Chinese people simply and gently turn down enthusiastic salespeople. We also discovered how Chinese often organizes information around a topic, reflecting a different way of structuring sentences. I hope today's video was helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.